Hey Fly Tyers, welcome back. I'm Matt, thanks for stopping by. Now, today I get to do something really fun. I've mentioned before on this channel that one of the primary missions of Savage Flies is to encourage as many folks as possible to get into the sport of fly tying. And to support as much as possible anybody new getting into the hobby, to encourage any of the veterans out there to help support these new folks and bring them along into this great sport. And one of the ways I want to do this is by giving back to the community, giving back to you folks who support me and the channel and our mission here. Today, I get to do that. Now, I've been looking forward to this giveaway for a couple of months now. You know, we've been tying a lot of flies in the Great Smoky Mountain series. I think we've done 34 so far. We've got at least 20 more to go, so this series is going to last at least a couple more months. But one of the books that I've been getting most of these flies out of is Don Kirk's Hatches and Fly Patterns of the Great Smoky Mountains. Now, this is a great book. I'll do a formal review of it in a couple of weeks. But yeah, it's just got a lot of history, a little bit about the region, and then all kinds of flies in here. There are 158 flies in here. Now what I did, I went through this and I looked at the recipe for every dry fly in here and I wrote everything down needed. I placed an order, it came in over the last few weeks, and I've got all this material spread out on my bench right here. So the first thing in this giveaway is Don Kirk's book. But the next thing is, well, what are you gonna do after you've tied all these flies? Well, Don Kirk and Greg Ward wrote the Ultimate Fly Fishing Guide to the Great Smoky Mountain. So I'm going to include this book in here also. Now, I don't have a copy of this book myself because I don't get to fish down in the Smoky Mountains as much as I'd like, but I have gone through it and it's got maps, pictures, pretty much all the info you would want on fishing any of the streams and rivers in the Smoky Mountains. Now, let's talk about the materials. Okay, first off, hooks. Firehole standard are actually competition dry fly hooks. You know, I've got 3 packs here, 36 in each, size 12, 14, and 16. So that's, enough hooks to get you started in tying over 100 of these dry flies. Now we got some thread or 4-strand silk floss in pretty standard colors here for some of the brighter flies. Got yellow, red, green, and orange. And then my go-to 70 denier UTC thread, and the most common colors, brown and black. Now let's talk about some of the bird stuff, the feathers. I've got 3 packs of dry fly hackle here, also most common Smoky Mountain colors. We've got the Grizzly and then the brown and white. These are Hareline dubbing dry fly packs. I picked up some strung hackle, saddle hackle, not really for dry flies, mostly tailing material right here. Red and yellow. You'll find a lot of flies with some red and yellow tails. Okay, and let's talk about ducks. Mallard flank fibers. Lots of the flies use this. We've got the brown and natural here. And no Smoky Mountain fly tying material set would be complete without some golden pheasant tippets. So many of the flies in the region call for pheasant tippet for the tail. Yeah, and this one, probably 100 feathers in here. And if you've tied with this stuff, each feather's at least half a dozen flies. So that's probably a couple years worth of golden pheasant tippets. Got to have some peacock. I know it's a dry fly kit we're putting together, but there are some dry flies that do have some peacock curl in the body. Let's see, goose biots. Yes, goose biots. Also, just a few dry flies that use the goose biots, primarily for nymphs and wets, but yeah, this is good stuff to have. Okay, let's see. Okay, furs. Let's talk about some furs and tails. Rabbit. The Hareline package of the 12 most popular colors of rabbit right there. What you'll use most of the time, the browns and the tans, a little bit of natural, then some olive and then caddis green there. So this is a good set of, a good package of dubbing. Now we've got some furs here. Of course, let's start with the deer. Deer hair. Big packet of deer hair, natural, colored, and then comparedon hair. Several of the flies use comparedon, it's just deer body hair, but it's a little bit finer, a little bit higher grade. And then we've got some bucktail. Now, this is not a streamer package, so there's not a big need for bucktail with the dry flies, but there is some. So you've got your standard tan, brown, black, but you've also got a few crazy colors in there with the purple, green, and red. And okay, more hair, moose body hair. Lots of Smoky Mountain dry flies use moose body hair. Lots of them use this elk. So we got a package of elk. And okay, can't forget the cows, calf tail. Parachute posts, some of the Trude style wings use this calf tail. Think the thunderhead or the parachute Adams, and then calf body hair. You've got calf body hair can also be used as parachute posts in some of the down wings of the dry flies. And let's see, oh yeah, cannot forget the muskrat. The Adams and the thunderhead also use this gray muskrat underbody for the dubbing. And then woodchuck. Remember the groundhog caddis we did a few weeks ago? That's woodchuck. Lots of flies use both muskrat and woodchuck. And so that is just about it. Oh, well, we've got a couple of synthetics, some Z-line, just spools of Z-line and white and tan. Not a real high need for that in the dry fly world. So, I mean, you've got 30 feet of that on a spool. I've got one spool of that I've had for 3 years, and I tie a lot of flies, and it's not even half done. So that thing will last you a really long time. So altogether, this is over $200 worth of materials. So I put this package together in this video, for you subscribers out there. I don't think this video is going to get a whole lot of views. I mean, nobody out there is searching for Great Smoky Mountain fly tying material giveaway. So I'm making the video for you guys, the folks who already support the channel, who already watch all the videos. Yeah, this one's for you. So how do you go about entering to win this? Click the link in the description. It'll take you to my website and show you what to do. Basically, I'm just going to require you take a picture of your bench with a date on it and send it to me. Unfortunately, we kind of have to do that just to make sure that we're going to give this package to a real fly tyer and not somebody who's just trying to win a giveaway on eBay. Unfortunately, that happens. Now, I'm not sure how long we're going to keep this competition open, probably till about November 12th or so. I've got to go out of town and I want to wrap it up before I get out of town. So that's it, my friends. Thank you for supporting the channel, for supporting me. I really appreciate it. So that's all for now. Good luck, and we'll see you next time.